My name is Jimmy Montville. I'm 47 years old, born and raised Boston, Massachusetts. Think it's biting something. Get in there, baby. Get in there. Hey, I think I ruined it. Hey, what's up, guys? We're actually just fixing some plaster here. Horsehair plaster. So we're gonna get this all fixed up with some screws and sealing washers, patch it up with some compound, and probably take like a half an hour break, I guess. That's what we do in maintenance. Hey guys, this is Boston, and I gotta tell you something. I hope people don't forget how bad it was living in Boston. Growing up in the 70s and the 80s, but we were Loserville, okay? But the past 13 years, Boston has been the best place to live. Red Sox, Patriots, Bruins, Celtics. So I'm telling you right now. And how about somebody from Boston and Survivor too? Wouldn't that be nice? Right now, recently divorced. I have a daughter, 16 years old. She's beautiful. I adore her. Who doesn't want to send a kid to college, right? It's an easy answer, but somebody in my eyes that really deserves it and wants to go to college, you know, and her grades are A's and B's. I'd hate to see her not be able to go to college, you know, because of money, you know, when she's getting all A's and B's. Baseball, hockey, and football. I couldn't play basketball, but definitely hockey. Baseball and hockey. We're pretty good at it. But boy, playing hockey, I'll tell you what, you want to talk about a competitive sport where you played every game like you were Terry O'Reilly. You know, you didn't need skill to play. You just have to have that never give up, perseverance, grit, you know, and elbow your brother in the mouth if you got to do it. But that's how I'm going to play Survivor too. The guy I work with is from Indiana, and he's like, you know, he goes, when I said to him one time, I go, I know you must think we're nuts out here, right? With how die-hard. He goes, no, I think that's fantastic. He goes, we don't have that back home. He goes, I'm glad that, you know, you guys are like that loyal into your sports. And my God, growing up with my 4 brothers, God, yeah, we played against each other, with each other, and we didn't care. I didn't care if Paul was my brother or Billy was my brother. Or if I was playing against you, I was gonna do what I had to do against you to win, you know. And that's the way we did it, fighting, playing sports, whatever. But in growing up, when you're a kid, I didn't pay attention as far as whether the sports team in that town were winning or losing or whatever. You know, you just watched them because it was fun. That's what you did. Until later on, you're a teenager, you're like, oh my God, what's going on? Red Sox suck, and you're grown into this thing, you know, generations. The Red Sox can't win, they can't win. And like you said, the Celtics were winning, but who cares? Celtics were winning. But and I think it became more competitive because we were losing. We were Loserville, right? So I became competitive, I think, because of that. And that just became in your nature. You just want to win at everything, whether it's Monopoly or whatever. So then we started winning, and God, we can't lose now, right? And the kids today, I think they thought this has always gone on.
They're spoiled.
And, yeah, so I think it's kind of neat that we get to celebrate that now. And you know, a lot of families growing up in Boston were like that, competitive like ours. I thought we were the only family that fought with each other and this and that, and you find out, no, it's the way it is growing up in Boston. Well, but at the end of the day, though, you know, you still love your family, your brother, your sister, and, you know, like you're saying, I can call you an idiot, but you can't call my brother an idiot, you know, so. I get it up to about 5.5, I guess, on the treadmill. Once you get past the first 5 minutes, you're used to it. You take Saturday, Sunday off, and then just getting back to it on a cold, and that's the hardest part. The last couple of weeks for me, it's been really brutal because it's cold out, you know, and you saw in some of the videos, like 4:30 in the morning, I'm heading into work, you know, freezing. We just had 10 inches of snow, and it's a lot easier in the summertime, trust me. I definitely try to do Monday through Friday unless something comes up. If something comes up at work and I got to do work instead of the treadmill. But we did a demo a little while back of a bathroom, and instead of throwing out a lot of the stuff, it was an old hand bar. We kept that, and we were like, hey, we could do some chin-ups, pull-ups on this thing. And seeing I can't make it to the gym anymore like I used to be able to, I'm like trying to find some things around here where if I lunch break before I get to work, to see what I can do to get a workout in. So this is one of the things I thought was a great tool. So I'm going to do a couple of these. I was into just sketching when I first started drawing with pencils, and that was about it. And then I think my father had asked me, he goes, hey, can you do a painting of, he wanted me to paint his girlfriend at the time. This is when he was divorced from my mother. He was dating this Japanese girl. And I said, yeah, I'll draw a picture of her. He said, no, I want you to paint it. And I was like, oh, I don't paint, I don't know. So I tried it with these paints, these acrylic paints, and I was like, wow, I didn't know I could paint too, you know? So it started out doing that, but then again, it was always doing sports. You know, somebody would say, hey, can you draw a picture and paint me a butterfly? I was like, I don't paint butterflies, dude, sorry. But, so it was always been sports, action, anything like that. Expression, you know. I think there was one, I did a Tom Brady, I think Paul has it. It shows Tom Brady screaming at the top of his lungs. I'd rather paint that than just have Tom Brady standing there, you know, posing. I've done some World War II stuff, soldiers, and again, you know, that, how can I say it, motivates me as I start drawing it and painting it. Think of them, what they went through, you know. I gotta have the TV on and I have to sketch it first. I'm not one of those guys that can just start painting. So I'll sketch the whole thing out in pencil and then just go to it. I have no technique or anything. I just, whatever feels right at the time. I'll start at the head, down, whatever. If this is in my way, I'll do that first, or the other way around, vice versa. I have no plan going in. She wanted to go to, Doris wanted to surprise her and go to Disney. I think it was for her 8th birthday or something like that. And I was like, oh, come on, man, no, please, a whole week. I don't want to be sitting there with princesses and prince and come on. But I had to make a deal with her because the guys were going on a golf trip a few months before that. And I was like, man, I really want to go on this golf trip to Florida. So she said, I'll let you go there if in turn in August you take us to Disney. I was like, all right, you know. So I did my trip, and then, you know, now a few months later I'm getting ready to go, and I'm like, really think I'm going to be miserable. I feel it. This is going to be horrible, you know. So we get there, and I swear to God, I'm telling you, man, the minute we got on the bus and I pulled up to this hotel, it was nothing like what I thought it was going to be like. Growing up as a kid, I thought Disney World was just that thing that was on Sunday nights on TV, you know. But I'm ashamed to say that I love the place now. Even if my daughter wasn't going with me, I'd probably still go. There were no problems. It's just, you could call it fake, but I don't know, it's just, there's not the everyday problems. All your problems are left behind. You can enjoy it being the fake world, you know? And just have everyone else do something for you. You know, I don't have to drive anywhere. They're gonna drive me around. And I don't know. I guess we, you know, growing up as kids, we didn't have a lot, so we didn't really get to experience any of that. So, living out my childhood, sure, why not? And I have the excuse of my daughter wants to go. I've been watching since the first season, and I will say there was a season 2 in there that I don't remember seeing. Trying to think which one it was. Was there a Fiji?
Yeah.
There was a Fiji. I don't remember. Which one was that? 5, 6, or 7? I can't remember.
No,
that
it was
one.
after All Stars, so it might have been 8 or 9.
All right, I don't remember that one. And then there was one I didn't see and one of my favorite women on Survivor of all time, Stephanie LaGrossa. Do you know her?
Yeah.
Oh God, she was in Guatemala,
Yep.
and there was another one, and I was like, I don't remember her next. Of course, I had to go back and watch that season. So those were the two that I don't remember seeing. Well, yeah, I'm gonna let my personality win the game, but also what I meant by that was, if I don't know how to do it yet, I'm gonna let somebody else step up, be the hero, light it once. I'm gonna watch how you light it, and I'm gonna watch how you fish. I mean, I'll do all that stuff. I just don't know how to do that yet.
Yeah.
Imagine that, right from the city, right to camping. I think that's how I have to make it. So, and I don't know how. Don't ask me how I do it, but I just kind of have that where I get people to kind of like me a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So hopefully, I can get that to come out. And how do you sit back though, and you hear everybody say, don't show up right away. Don't show your stuff right away. But if you're that competitive, how can you hold back? Like, I want to show my group, I want to win this challenge, right? But how do you not? And you wonder what you have to do to get somebody that loyal. And if it's in their head that they want to go to the final three, then you got a buddy for life anyway. You know what I mean? He wants to go to the final three, and that's all he cares about. I'm all set. Right? Philip, all he cared about was he wanted to get to the final three. And when are these people going to learn? When you get to the final three and you have to state your case to the jury? I'm not going to sit there and tell the jury how, if it wasn't for George, he got me this way and I stuck by George's alliance and I got here this whole way. Because if you think about it, Tyson had a pretty good speech. He told him how he did this and how he did that. But Gervais just got done saying how he stuck with Tyson and him and Tyson had this and Tyson that. But when it was time for Tyson to speak, he didn't say anything about Gervais. So it took it out of the jury's mind about Gervais getting him there. He said, oh, Monica did a little something to get me there, and I did a little something to get me there. And you can kind of see Gervais's face was kind of like, damn, dude, you just threw me under the bus, right? But how many times do you see that? Where they get there and they go, oh, if it wasn't for George. But how come they don't show anyone go and look for those idols? They all wait for a clue. How can you not just go and at least get the obvious out of the way? Go look up in a tree or something. If it's not there, it's not there. You tried, right? But I mean, most of the time you're not going to have to dig. Russell didn't. Well, except for Heroes and Villains, he dug a little bit, but...
Even if you have to dig, it's only like a couple inches down.
Yeah, there was one who was underneath a bridge. It was a footbridge there. What do you think maybe it might be under there, or, right? I think as far as the challenges go, I say come right out guns a-blazing. Because, you're actually helping the whole tribe that way, all right? And they see that. But if you come out right away, you want to be the leader, like, no, I think we need to light the fire like this. I think we should go fishing first and set up camp later. That's a little bit different, because now you could be annoying people. And once you annoy somebody, you could say, count your days. I mean, I think it's about the challenges. I mean, stuff at camp, it's going to happen or it's not going to happen. You're going to get fired, you're going to set up camp. The way you have numbers going into a merge is you got to win challenges. So if you don't win challenges and your numbers start to dwindle, you're done anyhow. Yeah, the way Cochran won, God, I don't think he can be mean. But it goes to show that you can win that game without being a jerk or being mean or whatever, because, I mean, he did it. I can't do it. Again, until you're out there, I can sit here right now and honestly say, no, I wouldn't do it. Because I don't know anyone that's ever gotten a favor back from doing that. You know what I mean? Rob did it in All-Stars, and he was doing it, remember they got the letters or something, and he got to watch his video buddy forgo the video so they can get their letters.
Right.
It was no harm to him, and I think he was trying to, I don't think it really mattered. Again, I think, when you're out there, I think you have an idea, and I'm not for going to see my family and then just to have somebody vote me out later. You got an idea. If they're going to vote for you, they're going to. If they're not, they're not. So I say no. I'm not giving that up. If I gotta eat too. I think I gotta eat because I know in that one with it was Brenda. She won the challenge and she brought Dawn along. Was it?
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Did she bring Dawn? She did, and she fed Dawn and everything. And then later Dawn cut her throat. It was funny. This guy, the guy you saw in the video, he's funny. He says, he's talking about this, this lady he likes over there at work and everything. He goes, yeah, he goes, I could say this and I could say that, and I can, when I get up there, he goes, the minute I get to her and see it, I'm gonna be like, and he's gonna come back. Well, I think that went well. So once you get out there, you can be like, I don't know what to do, but I can't wait to eat some of that Survivor rice. No, I hope I get a chance to play this game in my lifetime. I've been watching it since the beginning, and it's only getting better every year. And I think it's going to get even better, if you know what I'm talking about.
Next time on Survivor.